This is a comparison of transactional funding lenders. The material in this comparison was obtained between December 15, 2013 and December 22, 2013 and is generally considered to be reliable. Some lenders did not respond to my request for more information, which is reflected in the answers that I provided. Dear fellow real estate investors, the following information is believed to be accurate and was derived from the websites or other sources indicated below. It should not be considered absolutely reliable, as lenders can change their lending guidelines at any time. You should check before you make any decision to fund your real estate transaction using any of the indicated providers. Some lenders say they will lend in any state, while their information contains limitations on the states where they actually loan. The first one we're going to review is TransactionalFundingFL.com. They're also known as Heritage Realty Services, Inc. What's unique about Heritage is the first $50,000 is free in the Tri-County area of Palm Beach, Broward, and Miami-Dade. You should call for information if you're in another county. Time for approval is as little as 12 hours, no membership required, and a simple funding agreement to be signed. OneDayFunding.com is the next one. They have a $1,000 minimum and 2% up to $250,000 and 3% over that. They also have a $495 transaction fee, but they do have 48 hours minimum for their approval. Lex at lex11rad.com is the next lender. He has a $1,250 minimum plus $495 and increasing above $100,000. There could be other fees involved, and the property must be contracted 7 days prior to approval. Based on the website, I was not sure if there was another application required. InvestorFundingSite.com. They have a $1,500 minimum and 1 3/4% on all amounts. They did not indicate the time for approval. There is no membership requirement. There is a funding application. TempoFunding.com is next. They have a $1,750 minimum and then from 1.5% to 2% on all other amounts above a limitation. $395 doc prep fee, 48 hours for approval. Must make a funding request to be reviewed. InvestorFundingSite.com. They have an $1,800 minimum up to $90,000. Over $90,000, it's $495 to $695 as a doc prep fee, and it doesn't say what the percentage was for the above $90,000. What I've done is put these lenders in increasing minimum fee charges. You'll notice that as we go if you haven't already. TransactionalFunding.com. They have an $1,895 minimum up to $100,000. Up to $1 million, it's 2 to 3% of the loan. They have an annual fee of $199, minimum 3 business days, and a membership is required. The fee varies from $14.95 to $99.95 per month, and it requires a funding request as well as a membership application. Shortfunding.com. They also have an $1,895 minimum fee up to $100,000 and 2% up to $1 million. Now they have a $399 or $12.95 annual fee for a proof of funds included. Time for approval is 24 hours and is a membership required. In their literature they say yes, it is for best service, quoting them. Short Funding appears to be an affiliate or is owned by TransactionalFunding.com above. The best TransactionalFunding.com. They have a $2,000 minimum up to $115,000. Above that amount it's 1.75. Over $200,000 it's case by case. They have a doc prep fee of $395, 24-hour approval, and a funding agreement as documentation. CoastalFunding.com. They have a $2,500 minimum to $125,000, then 2% plus processing fees. In addition, they have a document prep fee of $595. They did not indicate what time was required for approval. No membership is required, and a funding application is necessary. ShortSaleFunding.com has a $3,000 minimum to $70,000 and 3.5% on all amounts over $70,000. There does not appear to be a doc prep fee. No time was indicated for approval. No membership required. Simple funding request. Investors Choice Funding. The rates vary state by state. You have to call for details. There is a doc prep fee apparently. Time for approval 24 to 48 hours. And there's an application fee plus a funding request. FundAFlip.com. No information was available. You must make application to the site before any will be given out. This is just a summary of the first group of transactional funders. Once again, remember that they are listed starting with the smallest minimum requirement, which is transactionalfundingfl.com, which is Heritage Realty Services, where there is no minimum, and the first $50,000 is free if it falls into the Tri-County area of South Florida. They fund only in the state of Florida. This is the next set of summary for transactional funding lenders, and you can see that there is a membership requirement on two of the sites, as I mentioned, shortfunding.com and transactionalfunding.com. Thanks for joining me for this overview of transactional funders, and I wish you unlimited success in your real estate investing career.